Hey everybody, welcome to whatever this is. I'm SiloDraw, and today I guess this is like a SiloDraw episode podcast. I haven't really decided what I'm going to call this yet, but nonetheless, we're trying this, so bear with me. This is my first time trying to do something like this. So if this is trashy, blame your math teacher from the 8th grade. He probably did this to me. Cool. Anyways, so this is just going to be me pretty much just talking while I draw. And yes, this is actually like corresponding. So like, hey, how you doing? Like the voice. Um, if you're watching this, you're either from TikTok or you've seen me at a show or any of the above. So hi, thanks for joining me. I hope you like this kind of format. Trying something different. So yeah, let's begin. This is a full, hopefully, video of me recording this. And if there's no video, that means I epically failed. I epically failed on the video part, and you're seeing me draw something or paint something, because I do just record myself doing those things, so that way TikToks, I need to stop saying okay guys, counter so far I probably have at the bottom right. So yeah, I just gave myself more things to edit. Cool. Awesome sauce. So yeah, this is gonna be me drawing, and I honestly don't know what to draw. Most of the time, I don't know what to draw. And people often ask me like, "How long does it take you to draw something?" See, counter, counter. Thanks for keeping track of the ums. I appreciate it. People ask me how long it takes me to draw, and usually, I don't keep track. Honestly, I really don't. I don't keep track because I don't know, why would I? But also, most of my time is spent trying to figure out what the heck to draw. So, yeah, what you're gonna see is what I call the weird part of my art, where I pretty much just doodle until I kind of figure out what the heck I want to draw, which honestly isn't, I don't know, entertaining. Maybe, I don't know if that's the right word. Now we're back. Okay, all right. So like I was saying before, this is like the weird part where like I kind of just doodle a lot. And I mean, honestly, I don't even know if this will pick up on the camera too well. I forgot I gotta move my hand from being here. Sorry, all you hand lovers. I gotta move my hand because it's in the way of the frame. Also, just completely nothing to do with art. I just saw a bug. No, not a bug. I saw a spider. A spider in my room. I saw it. There was nothing around for me to, kill it with. And it just got away. And so now I'm wearing shoes in my room because I'm afraid if I encounter that spider again, I'm going to have to fight it. And hopefully it'll be for the last time. Because, man, when there's a bug in my room, it absolutely freaks me out, dude. And now I'm going to be thinking about it for weeks until I kill that spider. Which, you're probably saying to yourself, oh, you're not going to see that spider again. No way. My spider luck, let me just tell you. Spider luck, I have infinite spider luck. I always see the spider that gets away. And you're probably asking, how do you know it's the same one? Because it looks the exact same. Okay, listen. What are the chances? I mean, I guess it's high, honestly, now that I think about it. But I just know. I feel like I know that it's the same spider. And I know it knows me because, like, it's almost like a video game entrance where, like, you know how, like, when a video game character walk in and then they're like, ready, set, fight. There's like a second when we both look at each other, me and the spider. We look at each other and we realize, like, oh snap, this is round 2. This is definitely round 2. And so then we lock eyes with each other. Me and this dang spider lock eyes. And it begins. And most of the time, if I'm being 100% honest, I lose. I lose. The spider runs away, or, yeah, most of the time it just runs away. I'm afraid of spiders, but I'm more afraid knowing that there's a spider in my room than, like, actually, like, taking down the spider, if that makes any sense at all. So, like, knowing that there's a spider in my room right now freaks me out more than me having to just challenge the spider. Yeah. So, anyways, honestly, I'm thinking about making a Mothman sticker and like a Bigfoot. and like all the cryptics, because I guess people really like those and I like them a lot. I just didn't know it was like a massively like thing. I don't know if people watch Wendigoon. If you watch Wendigoon, cool. You're awesome sauce. Yeah, I said awesome sauce. So what? What are you gonna do about it? But if you watch Wendigoon, then you're cool. But I like cryptics and all that like weird like UFO stuff. I don't know exactly what that classifies as. Like I know cryptics are like the actual like, Bigfoot, um, Mothman and all that stuff, but like I don't know if that's all under the same category as like UFOs. I'm not 1,000% sure on actually what the heck that is. So who knows? I guess that's like part of my research. But anyways, I like the idea that like Bigfoot and like Mothman and stuff like that are actually just like they're just like these animals who are just get freaked out when like a huge group of people like see them and go, "Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh." And like that's why they run away and stuff. Because like honestly, 99% of animals kind of are afraid of us. I mean, like you get predators and stuff that aren't like uh, you know, lions. Lions aren't afraid, I don't think. At least they don't seem so in like all the videos that I see. But also, I just would like want to see a Bigfoot. I know people are like, "No way, man. If I saw a Bigfoot, I'd run the opposite way." But like, and I get it. And I know this is just obviously me saying that as somebody who's never encountered a Bigfoot or like a ghost or like a Mothman, because the people who say they've seen these things say they are absolutely horrible. Like they're scary. And you know what? To be 100% fair to those people, yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I mean, like, I don't, and this is just absolutely like a false confidence because like if I saw like a gorilla in like in my like running down my street, I would absolutely be afraid. Or if I was in the middle of the woods and saw a gorilla, I'd absolutely be afraid. So I don't know why I'm pretending like Bigfoot, who's supposedly this massive like humongous man looking ape thing, wouldn't scare me. Yeah, that's my toxic trait, believing that it's like the same category of people who like watch Wipeout or like American Ninja Warrior and is like, "Oh yeah, I could totally do that." And it's like, "No, you're not. There's no way you could do that. Those people train like well, okay, not Wipeout, but at least American Ninja Warrior. Those people train their whole lives for that for some reason. Like it's cool, I guess, but like why though? You see what I'm saying? Like you go to school, right? And like I guess you could consider like studying training for that. Like, when you study, you're training for school. But there's like some kind of like outcome, right? Like there's not just one person who can like win the whole thing. It's not like that would be actually kind of crazy though. Imagine if like at high school, the person with the highest grade gets to graduate and like everybody else has to either like come back next year and try to like graduate or they just kind of give up. If that was the case, I'm just going to be honest. There's no way I'd graduate. If I heard that like that's what high school is, like sorry, the only way to get your diploma is if can beat the smartest kid. I'd go, "All right, I'm just going to go home." Like I'm just going to go home. There's no point in wasting my time. I would not waste my time trying to be the best student because I just know that there's absolutely no way because there's kids who take school so seriously. It's actually wild. In high school, they take it very seriously, which I get it. I guess you're trying to get into a good college. But then like when you go to college, nobody cares. Like you just try to survive, bro. I love the immediate change in like attitude where it's like, "Oh, you're in high school? You need to get good grades to get into a good college." And then in college everybody's like, "Yo, I passed that class with like a C minus, and I don't care because guess what? Yeah, it doesn't matter." It's always just so funny that like the attitudes change in situations. Like like in that situation. Yeah, I just had a sudden urge for some pizza, but like that's just an urge I have all the time. So I don't know why I'm pretending like it's a new thing. But also, I'm kind of like slowly looking around for this Spider-Man. Not Spider-Man. That'd be cool if. Well, actually, it would be cool, but then like, if you walked in my room right now and was like, "Hey, I'm Spider-Man," I'd be like, I'd kind of freak out a little bit because it's like, awesome, you're Spider-Man, but like, why are you here? I know it's like Green Goblin behind you, and like, if what does Spider-Man want with me? Because let's be honest, if Spider-Man like wants something to do with you, it's probably not gonna be something entirely fun. Like, we're just gonna be honest. So unless like he's like, I'm you from an alternate universe, I'm like Peter Parker. So I'm this Earth's Peter Parker. Man, our Earth kind of got like a bad deal. You know what I'm saying? A bad deal. I don't even know if this is entertaining. And honestly, what is this? This is poo poo. Hey, cameraman, which is no one. You getting a load of this? Getting a load of this junk? Look at this can of beans. That's like my weird thing. Is a can of beans. All right. Well, I've literally rambled on about nothing for like some time. You see this? Like, I don't know if you guys can see this. This is like where I put all my sketches and doodles. Well, not true actually. Let me move this stuff. This is all stuff from like the TikTok. It's from the TikToks. No, I mean like this is stuff that you've seen me speed draw on the TikToks. The TikToks. Beautiful. Just keep saying the TikToks. Makes me sound like I'm 80 years old. Okay, we're going to put it in this box I have. I literally have a cardboard box that is just for sketches and doodles. And it sits in that box until I put it in a different box and then put it away forever, where I never look at it again. So I don't know why I collect them. But it also just feels like it feels weird to throw it away because you just have to have respect for your art, you know? If you don't have respect for your art, then what's the point of doing it? I get it. Okay, listen. I didn't say you had to love your art, but you do have to have some like layer of respect for yourself and your art pieces. So that's why I say don't throw it away unless it's like you draw a piece of turd. I don't know. I don't know what people draw. Anime characters probably. Anime comic book. You know, I always find really interesting is comic book art is looked down upon, but yet like they're creating something new, while like realistic art gets praised, even though they're just tracing real life. Somebody had to say it. Well, actually, thousands of people have probably already said that. But I think that's definitely changing for sure. I think comic book art's getting more respected. Anyways, honestly, I don't know what to draw. I'm gonna draw like a chibi Wolverine. Why chibi? Because I can do what I want. This is my channel. This is my channel. I can do exactly what I want. This is just looking like Scotty Young art. Yeah, this is just Scotty Young. Okay. See, I don't like it. So we're going to... The classic flip. Ladies and gentlemen, let me explain to you how the flip works. So when an artist absolutely... Well, just me. Let's just tone this down to just me. When I absolutely hate something, I will usually sketch the rest out. Or, if I entirely hate it, I'll just flip over the page. So, if you were to go through my doodle box, you would know that 99% of those doodle box pictures are flipped over. And if you flip it over, you see other doodles on the back. Because you don't want to waste paper. And I say you don't want to waste paper, not because it's bad for the environment, which, I mean, I guess it is. But also because, I don't know, I was going to say it's expensive, but yet this is like printer paper. So I just buy printer paper for like the doodles on TikTok and like obviously this video right now. But I mean, I use sketchbooks most of the time. And honestly, like I've been thinking about using a different kind of pencil for the camera to pick it up better. Because, like I said, I'm completely new at this, so this is my first attempt at doing anything like this. So, I mean, you probably have clicked off by now. And if you haven't, congratulations. You're like Epic Sauce Supreme. But if you're still here, then that means you're either an artist because you put this in the background, which I hope this is background noise. Like, I hope you're, like, cleaning your house, doing something productive. Unlike me, who's just drawing absolutely nothing and just moving my hands to speak. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And I don't know how long this is going to go for, but obviously you do, because on the bottom of this... Okay, let me explain how YouTube works. At the bottom, you can see how long the video has left. And if you really like the video, you can like and subscribe. Okay, all right, we're done with that stupid bit. That was dumb. It's only been 17 minutes. Oh my gosh, I've been talking to myself for 17 minutes. Well, actually less than, probably, because I had to cut out a part. And I'm still worried about the spider. That's brutal. This video has to have something in it, so we have to draw Wolverine. We're drawing Wolverine. That's it. Game time, baby. We're drawing Wolverine. Wolverine. I can English sometimes when I want to. I promise I can. All right, we're going to draw... I like it when Wolverine has, like, those big, humongo... I don't even know what they're called. But I like Wolverine. He's, like, my favorite X-Men, and I don't even know what those are called. Fake fan. Fake fan. Wolverine. You know why I like Wolverine? He's cool. Sometimes you can just have that, you know. Your favorite character doesn't have to be more than sometimes it's just cool. But also he does have like cool stories to him and like also tragic ones, but it's more like Wolverine's like the case of people can change, and it's really nice because I do agree with that statement. People can change. People can become better. Just because you were something in the past doesn't mean you always have to stay that way. And that's kind of like the story of Wolverine, really. He was a bad guy, and then he didn't want to be a bad guy, so then he became a good guy, and he's still trying to improve himself. Which honestly is very realistic, because like in real life, when you want to become good, you don't instantly become good. It takes time, it takes work. Every day, people are striving to be the best them they can. And you know what? That's all that we can really do, you know? If we're constantly improving ourselves, then we can't really ask for anything more than just that. And I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm trying to constantly improve my art, my emotions, constantly trying to learn, constantly trying to become a better human being, a better person. And at the end of the day, I can know that I'm trying my best. And that's honestly all that really matters, is whether or not we're trying our best and whether or not we're putting forth the effort to try to become a better person. And if you can say to yourself, I'm trying, or if you're saying to yourself right now, no, I'm not doing that right now, there's always tomorrow. Heck, there's always today. You always have the rest of today. I get the whole thing where it's like you want to start off fresh, but why do you need to start off fresh to change? You know what I'm saying? Let me put it in perspective. It's like if your hand's burning, right? Your hand's absolutely like getting toasted. I don't know, you're putting it on the stove. First of all, get your hand off the stove. You're not going to wait. You're not going to be like, well, I mean, my hand's on the stove right now, but it's already on there, so I'm just going to leave it on there. That doesn't make any sense at all. Like, just take it off, and you'll feel immediate difference. You will. You'll feel good. And if you don't feel good, you should feel good about trying to change who you are. And I'm not saying like become somebody else. I'm just saying if you're in like this weird rough spot right now, which I am, so I guess I'm just kind of speaking to the choir if you're in the same place. But I'm also kind of talking to myself at the same time. If you're in a weird spot right now, just know that it'll get better. And you're like, well, how do you know it's going to get better? Well, you've had rough spots in the past, and you're still here. Well, if you're not here, then I guess you're just a ghost watching this video, and I don't know how you're doing that. But if you're a ghost watching this video, please comment below, because that's kind of awesome. But anyways, you've made it through rough days before, and you're going to make through rough days again. And there will be rough days, but there'll also be good days. And if there's no good days ahead, then maybe you need to change how your days end up. Maybe you need to change the people around you, the environment. But you can get through this, and things will get better. I just say that stuff to myself all the time. And if you've watched my TikToks, most of them are of just me encouraging people, because I am encouraging people because I know that I need encouraged too. And when I speak in those videos, I speak because most of those problems and things I'm feeling or say in those videos are what I'm feeling. And it's just really nice to know that, I feel like there's somebody out there who's like good, because oftentimes it just feels like there's no good people left in the world, or it just feels like that sometimes when you watch the news or look at Twitter, TikTok, etc. It just all feels like everything is so baloney. It's all so fake. It doesn't feel real anymore. And honestly, that feeling is 100% what everybody else is feeling too. And it's sad. It's a sad feeling. I feel the same way. I get tired of seeing all the bad news, and I'm not saying to ignore it. I'm not saying that, we should stop saying bad news. I'm just saying, like, it gets tiring sometimes. It gets tiring, and you just need to balance out good news. Everything in life is a balance, and we're all trying to just figure out how the heck it works. Everybody is. From the happiest person to the saddest person we're all in the same boat. So don't let your mind trick you into thinking that you're the only one here and the only one feeling these things, because, ooh golly, you're not. So here's Wolverine. I don't even know if the camera can pick that up, but boom, Wolverine time. He goes sneak, because that's what they always do in the comics. It goes shing, and then You know how Wolverine works? Watch a movie, read a comic book. I don't know what to tell you, man. You should know how Wolverine works. It's like, it is possible, but just watch a movie, dude. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say besides watch a movie. That's a solution to 99% of my problems. Watch a movie. I have so many pencils up here, and I never use them. Let me just use like a heavy pencil. And if you didn't know, there are different types of pencils. So, yeah. I'm not like an art tutorial, because, I would not be a good art tutorial. I'd be like, hey guys, today we're doing art. Isn't that cool? So the first thing you want to do is think of your big brain, which I'm tapping my brain. I don't know why I'm doing that, because nobody can see it. Think of your big brain and think of what you want to draw. Okay, I'm thinking. Boom, let's draw, gosh. See, this is my problem. I just said at the beginning. My problem is that I don't know what to draw. Like 99% of the time. The other day I drew a Peely from Fortnite. I don't know if y'all know what Peely is from Fortnite. He's the banana guy. Should I draw a fish stick? Not an actual fish stick, but see, I don't remember what they look like. And usually I use reference photos. What's the thing I can draw off the top of my head that I need no reference photo? I can draw a lot of things, like a bear, snake, dinosaur. I like dinosaurs. But I can only draw really T-Rexes. I drew Wolverine. Wasn't that good? Was that good enough for everybody? Let me just draw one of my original characters. Because I do have a webtoons that I don't upload to. Haha. I'm trying to, and I'm working on it, but it just takes. I feel like it takes so long to do webtoons. But yeah, let's just draw one of my webtoons characters, because why not? So this guy is MA. And he is kind of like the current chapter. I say that, but I don't think I've uploaded my my Webtoons account, and like it's got to be at least, I don't know. It's got to be a couple of months, maybe even almost a year that I haven't uploaded to my Webtoons. But the reason is because I don't know, just get a little discouraged that nobody's reading it, but then also like nobody's reading it because I'm not uploading to it. So it's like kind of a double-edged sword, my guy. But anyways, my whole point with MA, who's like my original character.
He's my OC, isn't he so cool? He's my original character.
The whole point with MA is that he's like this gambling guy, and I don't mean like, well, I guess he could be a casino kind of gambler guy, but he's like almost addicted to like, you know, the guy, which honestly like 90% of the time I'm also like this too, but you know the guy who's always like, I bet you can't jump over that river, or like I bet you can't bottle flip like 2 times in a row. That's kind of like the bro he is right now. Is he's the guy who's like, I bet you can't do this. I bet you can't do that. Or like, for example, in the story right now, they work at a mall. They work at a food court in the mall. And so right now he's like, they're doing a challenge on a claw machine where he's like, I bet you I can, the first one to get a prize at the claw machine wins. And so that's like what they're doing in the story right now. And he bet like 2 weeks of his life, which wasn't a big deal to him, but it was a big deal to the main character, which is Enoch. So it's kind of a cool story. I'd recommend you'd read it if you'd like. No pressure. But it's called Part-Time Hero. And the reason I did that was because I feel like people who work at fast food places are always mistreated and abused, and they always got Karens on their back, and they always got all these people down their throats, like always being kind of a jerk to them, and they're always kind of seen as lesser than, especially by like teachers too. I remember like teachers were always like, hey, if you're not paying attention in class, you're going to be flipping burgers at McDonald's. And it's like, people make a genuine living from that, and like for some people that's like how they support their family. And I get it. It's more supposed to be like, you don't want to end up working that like that the rest of your life, but also it's like kind of need to just show more respect to like, you know, people who work in fast food, because surprise, surprise, they are human. And the reason I wanted to create this story was honestly out of my frustrations of working at a fast food restaurant and being constantly mistreated all the time by customers who were just jerks for no reason. So this is really made out of my fast food frustration as working at a fast food restaurant. And I don't work at a fast food restaurant anymore, but I still have the same, obviously, I worked there at one point, so I kind of still have the same opinion on the matter, which is they're people, so they should be treated better. Anyways, if you want to read Part-Time Hero, please do. I think it's really okay. It's not great or good. There's also like only like 12 chapters, and it's kind of been like me working on it over like a couple years, so the art changes drastically depending on the chapter, because there's like months gaps, like huge gaps between like when chapters came out. And so I feel like my art abilities have slowly been improving, and I guess you can kind of see that with the chapters if you read them. But yeah, I'm gonna keep working on my webtoons. Here he is. Here's my little MA, as I call him, like a real rough sketch. And yeah, he's like a gambling guy. But it's like not gambling, like he's like sitting at a casino for hours being like, come on, baby. I'm one coin away. I'm $1 away from winning it big. He's more like, dude, I'm so bored right now. I bet you $20 that you can't chug that like bottle of I don't know, grape juice. You know what I'm saying? That's MA. He's the fun guy who always like, dude, there's no way you can do that. Like that's kind of him. But then also I want to give him like kind of like a backstory of the reason why. This is kind of spoilers because this chapter hasn't come out. But I mean, if you don't care, then I mean nobody really cares right now. If anything, this will just encourage you to go watch it or read it. But the backstory I wanted to give him was that he had like a really close friend who actually originally really liked like betting, right? Who originally liked kind of doing those things where it's like you and your bro doing challenges in a weird way. I guess that's more what it is, challenges instead of gambling. Gambling kind of sounds bad, but that's kind of what I wanted to go for. Is that he got like a best friend who did that, and his best friend like tragically dies in a fire saving people, which honestly is kind of dark when you think about it. But I thought that'd be really cool for, not really cool that he died, but it kind of give him a reason to keep like making the bets with other people, because it's almost like his friend lives on when he does that, and it kind of reminds him of his friend and all the good times they had. So that's the reason why he's constantly like, I bet you can't do this. It's because it's almost like a tribute every time he does that to his friend, which honestly I think gives a nice sentimental element to why he's always kind of so reckless, because not only is it's coming from like a place of like a tribute to his friend, but also like kind of a place of hurt that he hasn't really dealt with yet. Like he hasn't really kind of dealt with the emotions of losing his like friend, his best friend. So like he's almost, every time he kind of is reckless, it's almost like a weird cope of him missing his friend. And that's kind of a little dark, but a little insight of kind of what I wanted to do with this character and his whole arc. And I think the next chapter I upload is going to be about the backstory, but then also like it's like, dang, that's so dark. That's such like a dark kind of thing. But honestly, I know people, and I know people who this has happened to them, and like it's just like when you lose somebody, it's just really hard to like kind of express emotions in that way. And I feel like in a weird way, everybody just kind of has a weird cope or a way to kind of tribute those who we've lost. So I think it's really relatable, and honestly isn't kind of really talked about much in media. And that's really kind of the whole goal of my story, is I want people to grow, or kind of maybe even understand themselves, and maybe even, like I said, I like the TikToks. This story is also kind of like a way for me to kind of express my emotions and express my feelings on topics, and it's so weird how media has the ability to do that, like movies and comic books and books like have this a way to kind of help us develop ourselves, but while also just being about a different character. But all media in some aspects has somebody's heart and feelings in it. And really good movies and stuff like that are completely about the creator's feelings and their emotions and their thoughts on certain topics. And that's what makes a good movie, is when it has something to say besides the front. The fancy art, the fancy visuals, all that stuff is just to help you kind of stay entertained while also paying attention to like what it's really trying to say. And that's really what I'm trying to do with my webtoons. So yeah, sorry to get off on that kind of dark tangent, but that's a little bit into my thought process into webtoons and my creation. So this is MA. I hope you like it. It's kind of sketchy. I mean, like, not like sketchy as in like he's gonna mug me, but sketchy as in, I like this look. Honestly, I love sketchy looks, but obviously more people like the clean designs. So that's kind of what usually I go with, because nobody really wants to spend money on this, but it is just cool to look at and see people draw. So yeah. Thank you everybody for watching this video / podcast / I don't know what this is, honestly, and I haven't really decided yet. But thank you all for watching. If you watched this far, you rock. Truly, genuinely, thank you. And if you have, comment down below and let me know if you have made it this far. I'm sorry, I just burped. That's disgusting. I'm going to burp again. I just burped again. Holy smokes. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I appreciate the support. Let me know down below what you would like to see different. Maybe give me something to draw, some topics to draw, anything, or something you'd like to see or improve. But thanks for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. Keep supporting me. I really do appreciate it. And I do really see all the likes and comments and stuff. It means a lot. Thank you, guys. Bye.